And hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. So today we will be talking about inserting data into the database. So let's maybe use some of the skills we learned about last time, just so I can show you. Okay, so there. And then I'm just going to limit 10. We'll talk about limit more in a future video, but basically it just limits the amount of output you get. So it just doesn't look, it's just not 90, it's now just 10. So yeah, that's pretty useful. So today we'll be talking about inserting data into the database. That's why I'm limiting it so you can see what's at the end. Because when you insert data, it goes to the bottom. So to insert data into the database, I just comment this out. I hope it won't run, but I believe it won't. So to insert data in the database, you can just say insert into, and then here you put the table name. So it's table name, and then this is optional, so optional, but it's usually used where you can specify what you want to insert. For example, only the customer name and contact name, in which case you don't have to insert these or this. And then you can say values, and this is what you want to insert into those places. For example, if you only select the customer name and contact name, then you only have to insert a customer name and contact name inside of here. So let's quickly do that. So this table is called customers. So customers. So insert into customers, that's the table name. And then we can go here. Now you can you don't need to do this. Let's first do it without doing that. So you can see what the difference is. And you can say values. Values. And you can just put in, of course, this can be capital case if you wanted to. And in here we can say something like 92, which is the primary key. So we're moving from this way all the way to this way. Then here we can say run. You have made changes to the database. Alright, so now let's comment this out and bring this back in. I saved it again. How? There we go. As you can see now, 92, Zorro Store, William, 12 Ego Avenue, Cape Town, 7130, and South Africa. As you can see, we just inserted data into the database, and it's now literally just there. We can search it up and everything. Of course, we don't need to do it like this. We could always do this instead. And here are customers, we can specify what we want, because you don't always know what this is, this primary key. So you don't always want to insert that. So what you can do is you can say a customer name and contact name, address, and let's actually leave out address and see if they throw us an error, because I'm sure we should be able to do null, city, postal code, and country. That's 0. So now we are only inserting the customer name, the contact name, the city, the postal code, and the country, not the address or the primary key. Although we might get an error if we try and not insert the address, but let's test it out. So instead of William, we'll call him Caleb. And instead of Zoroaster, we'll call this Walmart or something, I don't know. And now we don't need this anymore because we don't need it. So there's the customer name, contact name, Cape Town, which is the city. This is the postal code, and this is the country. If we run the SQL, it says the database has made changes and one row has been affected. Now if we were to cut this out and just uncomment this and run this, as you can see, Walmart is here, Caleb, and here it is null. But see, this has increased. Why is this increase has not become null? That is because a primary key is basically an auto increment, which means every time you add data to the database, this will most likely, if set, auto increment. MySQL has been kind enough to us to automatically set this for us, which makes it really nice. And then we have Walmart. So, that's customer name, Caleb. Null, where the address should have been, because if we load this back up, we didn't add an address, as you can see right here. There's a city, postal code, and country. Although you could even make this less if you wanted to, you can literally just insert in a customer name. It is usually this won't be allowed, depending on how you build your database. But because we didn't build a database and MySQL did, we were probably lucky enough to just be able to insert anything. We probably have to remove this. There we go, we paste this and we remove this. As you can see, 94, lol, null, 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 null. Now, you can't, this is, so when you insert data, just take note that if this ID already exists, you'll most likely get an error. That is why it's usually auto increment and you usually don't insert it. That's why you usually don't say here customer ID. That is because if you were to say insert one at index 91 or primary key item number customer ID whatever 91, this Wolski is already here, which means you can't insert it here because this guy already exists here. So yeah, but thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed and did learn something and that this video wasn't too confusing, and see you all in the next video.